Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Barkley a first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
He had no sign of him cooling down at all.
Now Jones. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Room here to run. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Barkley, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On play action, Prescott. Dancing to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Prescott off play action. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
48 Mike, 48 Mike. I got one. Yes, got that. Yes, got that. Come on. 6. Right there, baby. One more, boys. Back.
Now Elliott, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will tie us at at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Returning it, John Ross. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Now Ross to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's second and inches at the 34-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A handoff to Barkley, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Jones. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And Kyle Rudolph spent 10 seasons in Minnesota where he was twice a Pro Bowler. The Giants still believe he has some juice, a good route, and a good catch there.
Jones throwing on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second and 10. Coming up at halftime. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll try to right side here. Barkley, good footwork at the 30. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Saquon Barkley running right. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
This is Tony Pollard.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try to throw now. Prescott swinging this out for Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy. Hey, kill.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
At the 9-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Check back. Mike 48.
Prescott on third and goal. Being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. Fourth down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Here's a give to Barkley. And this will be a Giants first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first and 10, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 36. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They find some open field here. Unable to corral him. He fights through, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from leading this game. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man right side is Tony. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And some room to roam now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 66 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Run for Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Tony. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Dak. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Here's Dak. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The give is to Elliott. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and 8 coming up. On the jet sweep, here comes Tony. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They still can't get it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they were right on target there with a fade to get the two.
It seems like a low percentage play, doesn't it? Because you're throwing it into a really tough spot and there's not much room to come down. But when you have a really athletic receiver and a quarterback with touch, it's hard to defend.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 10th carry now for Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them. Took it